Hi Year 3, hi Year 4, welcome to your new literacy unit. This week's book is called Anna Hibiscus, and I just want to show you a close-up of the front cover. So here's a picture of Anna Hibiscus, and you can download this week's unit of work from the school website on your class pages, and you can also find the work on your Purple Mash accounts. Now, in your first session, your Explore It session, we want you to look at this front cover. And the title of the book is called Anna Hibiscus. And in that first session, we want you to think about who is Anna Hibiscus? What do you think you know about her? Where does she live? And what tells you that? So what clues can you see from the front cover that I'm holding up here? And what is she doing? How does this make her feel? And have you ever felt like this? So have a really good look at that front cover. And she's gazing up, isn't she? What is she gazing at? Now, when you've finished looking at the front cover and thinking about those questions and making some predictions, we want you to read the extract on the downloadable sheet. And I'm going to read that extract to you now. Anna Hibiscus lives with her mother, who is from Canada, her father, who is from Africa, her grandmother and her grandfather, her aunties and her uncles, lots and lots of cousins, and her twin baby brothers, double and trouble. There are so many people in Anna's family that even she cannot count them all. Anna Hibiscus is never lonely. There are always cousins to play with and fight with. Uncles and aunties are always laughing and shouting, and her mother or father and grandfather are always around. To be alone in Anna Hibiscus's house, you have to hide. Sometimes Anna squeezes into some cool, dusty, forgotten place and waits for that exciting moment when her family begins to call. And then a cousin or uncle finds her, and her aunties thank God. So do listen to that extract a few times. Maybe have it read to you by your family, or you can read it to them. And when you've listened 2 or 3 times, we want you to think about what you've read. What more have you learnt about Anna Hibiscus and her family? Where do they live? What does Anna like doing there? And what is special about the people in her family? Would you like to meet them? And can you tell who is who? Is it like your own family? And do you think you would like to live there? And give a reason why or why not. So that makes up your first day, your Monday's learning, exploring the opening image from the front cover and reading the extract. Now on day 2 in your Illustrate It lesson, read the extract again with a member of your family, and this time we want you to think more closely about Anna and her family. Think about how you would describe each member of her family. And why do you think each one of them is special to her? And when you've read that extract and you've worked out how many people are in her family, we want you to make a family portrait of them. And then what I'd like to do is show you an illustration from the book that they have made of her family. And you can compare and contrast your illustration of her family that you've painted in your reader's mind and see if it matches the illustrated version that's included in the book. Now I'm going to show you a picture of the illustration, and that's a picture of Anna Hibiscus's family. So on day 3, when you've illustrated your own version and you've compared it with the illustration in the book, we want you now to look at this picture, and in your speaking and listening lesson, have a think about why Anna Hibiscus is never lonely. Where are the best places to hide or to be alone? Are they always cool, dusty, and forgotten places? Do you ever like to be alone? Is being alone the same as being lonely? And really investigate those two words, alone and lonely, and compare and contrast if they have the same meaning. Now, once you've talked about those words and where you can be alone, which is actually quite hard to do at this current moment when we're staying in more, in Thursday's lesson, in your Imagine It lesson, we want you to think about Anna's family life again and how there are always people around. And think about what Anna likes about her busy family life and where she enjoys being alone. And it might be the same for you at home at the moment. What times of the day do you get together with your family? And what places in your home do you get to kind of have some you time? Think about her game of hiding and the excitement of being found again. Where else might she find to hide? Can you draw another place that she could hide quietly in her busy household? Would it be inside or outside? And what else might there be in the garden that would offer a brilliant hiding place? And where else could she hide in her house or her home? And what we would like you to do is draw a picture of Anna in her quiet hiding place, and another one showing her excitement of being found. And you can draw on your own experiences of playing hide and seek, and the excitement that you feel when you've been found. How would her feelings change from hiding to being found? And what would she be thinking? Maybe in your drawing you can do some thought bubbles or some speech bubbles. Now in your final Friday session, your Create It lesson, again we want you to think about Anna's family and how similar it is or different to your own. If it's different, how is it different? And if it's similar, how is it the same? What makes your family special like Anna Hibiscus is? What makes your family unique? Are you a big family or a small family? Do you live in the same house or do you live apart? And draw your family to show your friends. If you were to create a picture of your family life, what would you include? What would you all be wearing? What would you all be doing? And if you look at the illustration of Anna Hibiscus's family, you can see they're all wearing traditional clothes from their culture. So have a think about the traditional clothes that you might wear at home with your family. Do you wear them all the time? Do you wear certain clothes that are special on a certain occasion? And when you're drawing all your family together, would you have them wearing special clothes to show that it's a special event that everyone's getting together for? Think about what each member of your family would be doing in the picture. And perhaps you could do things that you could draw things that you don't know about. What could you ask them? And when you've completed your drawing, share it with your family and talk to each other about what makes each of you special and individual. And what interests do you have outside family life? So what brings you together as a family, what things you have in common, but then also what things that you do away from each other that makes you all individual. Really looking forward to seeing all the work you produce, and so are your teachers, Miss Stein, Miss Kaminska, Mr. Sheffield and Miss Robinson. Thank you for all the work you're continuing to do during this time, children. We're super proud of your efforts and the stamina that you're showing with your families to keep going with your home learning. Remember to upload 2 pieces of work. One of them can be an illustrated piece from the beginning of the week, and one of them could be your final portrait of your own family. And if you're feeling creative, maybe you could take a photograph if you don't want to paint or draw or illustrate your drawing. We look forward to seeing all your lovely work. Please remember to upload it to Purple Mash or ask your parents to email it to us at our school email address. Look forward to seeing all the work you produce. Until next time, take care and happy learning, Year 3 and 4. Bye for now.